Hello, my name is Sean McLean and I will be presenting the major assignment for FIN10002 Financial Statistics. A random sample size of 200 was extracted from a population of 20,790 sales. This data included 9 variables that you can see on the screen. From this, we created graphs and frequency tables in Excel. We completed confidence interval tests to see if the data was valid. We then completed some hypothesis tests and a regression analysis towards the end. For property type, houses clearly dominated the market with 38%. Eastern and Southeastern Metropolitan are underperformance, indicating residents in this region are content. In the other regions, it indicates that people are either downgrading or moving elsewhere, and it is crucial for the council to ensure adequate infrastructure is available to these residents. This data provides insight into the sale methods available, and it shows that 76% of properties in Melbourne are selling successfully. This graph shows the selling price for properties in the Melbourne region, with the average price being $2,159,833. It shows that 36.5% of properties have sold for under $1.5 million, and 34.5% of properties sold for between $1.5 million and $2.5 million. This indicates the buying power in the Melbourne region. There was a strong start to 2024, however historically sales declined during June and July. This provides insight into the best periods to sell properties, being April and May. We found the average distance of properties from the CBD was 10.94 kilometres. People are more inclined to live close to the CBD for daily commitments. However, 36% of properties were located over 12 kilometres from the CBD, indicating low-income earners are living further away to afford the property. Almost half of the properties had 3 bedrooms, indicating families are buying, and the government must provide necessary infrastructure for these families. We found 45% of properties had 1 bathroom, and 49.5% had 2 bathrooms. This provides insight for construction companies to ensure newly built properties have 2 bathrooms. 96% of properties had at least 1 car space, suggesting people prefer to travel around the Melbourne region. This provides insight for car dealerships, as it is recommended they start introducing new car buyers to electric vehicles, and the government must improve this infrastructure swiftly. We now take a look at the confidence intervals for the relationship between the price and the Eastern Metropolitan properties, as well as the relationship between unit and distance from the CBD. In both relationships, a confidence level of 95% was used. Now for the first column, you can see the lower limit for Eastern Metropolitan properties was $1,873,838, and the upper limit was $2,515,724, with a population average of $2,099,554. In the second column, we found a lower limit of 6.551 kilometers, a upper limit of 9.275 kilometers, with a population average of 7.892 kilometers. As both population averages are between the lower and upper limit, this sample data is considered a good indication. Managers should pay attention to properties in the Eastern Metropolitan that are below $1.873 million, as they may be profitable purchases, and units that are greater than 9.275 kilometers from the CBD is outside of the market norm. A hypothesis test was conducted for the average price of properties sold with 2 variables. Firstly, 4-bedroom properties would sell for a higher price than 3-bedroom properties. A test value of negative 3.905 and critical value of 1.9768 was found. Secondly, properties sold after auction will sell higher than those sold prior to listing. For this, a test value of negative 0.1582 and critical value of 1.7171 was found. In both of these tests, we failed to reject the null hypothesis as there is insufficient evidence to reject. Further testing is recommended with larger sample sizes to increase accuracy. A regression analysis was conducted to find the relationship between price of properties sold and the distance from the Melbourne CBD. The correlation coefficient was negative 0.2705, indicating a weak negative linear relationship. A coefficient of determination of 0.0731 was found, which indicates that price decreases by 7% per kilometre from CBD. This is further supported by the negative linear slope, which shows that property value decreases by $60,182.63 per kilometre from CBD. A hypothesis test was conducted saying that there is no relationship between the two variables. We found the test value of negative 3.9533 with a critical value of 1.96. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected as the test value is greater than the critical value. This clearly shows that results supports the linear relationship between the independent variable, the distance, and the variation in the dependent variable, the price. In conclusion, it is apparent that people are still selling and buying properties in the Melbourne region, with majority of buyers being families, and historically June and July sees a decline in property sales. It also indicates that people want to live closer to the CBD, and the government must investigate if current infrastructure is sufficient. The confidence interval sample data is a good indication for Eastern metropolitan prices and unit distances from the CBD, and in both cases the hypotheses were failed to reject as there was insufficient evidence due to limitation of sample data. Further testing is recommended with a larger sample size to increase accuracy. Lastly, the regression analysis shows property prices decrease by $60,182 per kilometre from the CBD. Thank you.